Our next guest is sure about one guiding principle. You must break through the beliefs behind the behaviors in order to affect lasting physical change.
We welcome to the show Marci Lock, who is a body-mind mentor, and she's going to tell us the 3 thoughts we must never think if we want the body of our dreams. And Marci, why must we change the way we think if we're going to change the way we look?
Well, happy Monday, first off. And
happy Monday.
Yes. Why am I talking about thoughts, right? You're like, thoughts and thinking? What does this have to do with losing weight? Well, most people think it's about nutrition, fitness, but I'd ask us to look at, do we have tons of results, or do we have tons of knowledge, on nutrition? We have tons of knowledge on fitness. We're bombarded with it, but what are our results as a society?
Not very
Not in this country, not very good at all.
We are sucking it up, that's for sure. Like, our results don't lie. And so obviously something's missing. So this is why I'm talking about the thing that most people never think about. It's our thoughts and what's really going on inside us that is blocking us from actually living in a body of health. So there's 3 thoughts that I think you should never think if you want a rockin' body of health.
Okay.
Because obviously we all want that rockin' body, right?
Yes, we do.
So first thought is the thought of, it's I can't do it. Now this was like my client, Nicole. Most of us can relate to this. Is the moment you start working out, you start lifting weights, you start doing a nutrition plan, all of a sudden the thought is like, oh, I can't do this, this is hard. Those kind of thoughts come up. And this is what's interesting, is our mind, the moment we think something, our mind looks for it. So when we go, I can't do this, all of a sudden we go, yep, you're right. Remember that time you sucked, and that time you failed, and that diet you did, and that program that never worked. And so our mind goes there. Then we feel the feeling of sabotage. This was Nicole. She shed 53 pounds in just 90 days and went on to shed over 75 because we shifted her thoughts from I can't, that would stop her, to internally believing that she can, and going moment by moment that she can. So the second thought that I believe you never think is the thought, I'm not worth it. This really kind of is, it's more like I don't deserve it, I'm not good enough. A lot of people feel that way deep down, is I'm not really good enough. And this was my own story, because for me, at 4 years old, I started fighting my body and thinking that I had to look a certain way, because I saw my mom struggle. I saw my mom struggle with her weight, right? And so I started on that path of, I've got to have a perfect body to be loved. That's what I believed at 4 years old. So I did, everything from pills to diets to programs to anorexia, bulimia, you name it. The funny thing is I never got the body.
Right.
All those years of doing everything you can imagine, and I never got the body. And it's because every time I got close, what would happen? I'd sabotage.
Right.
Because deep down, this is what I mean by I'm not worth it. Deep down, if I believed at 4 years old I'm not worth it unless I have a good body, deep down I didn't think I was worthy of having it. So every time I got close, I would sabotage to prove myself right that I wasn't worth having it. It wasn't until I went inside into the beliefs, the identity patterns, all these associations, that I learned to shift that now for 10 plus years, I've actually been a nutrition fitness expert for 14, but for over 10 years I've had, since having my kids, I shed 70 pounds.
Wow.
I have, live in like a lean, ripped 8-pack abs, and it's easy, and I get to teach other people how to do the same, but it all came from me from going inside. So that was the second thought. The third thought, you're gonna love this one, because I know you can relate. He's like, I know this, right? It's hard. It's hard. Can you guys relate to that thought?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's hard. Eating healthy is hard. Working out is hard. And so this was Chris. He was the same thing. His whole life struggling with the body. We think it's hard, but that's because perceptions, how we're looking at something, creates our possibility. So if we look at something, we go, it's hard. Let's take food, for example. Food is as easy or as hard as we want to make it.
Right.
But it's just food. Food is food. But when we learn how, this is why I love the behavioral part as well. The how-tos, because I really believe losing weight's super easy. It's why aren't you? The how-tos are easy. Like I told you about my traveling bands. I take these everywhere. You can rock out a workout and fry out your muscles and get like awesome results in 10 minutes. You can learn how to eat super healthy and delicious. You can learn to turn your body into a fat-burning machine. It's meant to be that way. But those are the how-tos. And when you learn how to make it easy, instead of just being like, oh, yep, you're right, it's hard, then it actually becomes easy. So Chris shed like 80 pounds in 90 days, or not, I don't know, 90 days to 6 months, and he continues too. So it's all about, let's first shift what's going on inside us, because the internal things are the reason why externally we're experiencing this.
So where do we start? I mean, we all have been guilty of thinking negatively on ourselves. And it's something that, yes, hypothetically, it's easy to say, okay, I can mentally be like, Amanda, you're beautiful, like whatever. But I mean, it doesn't work that way.
You gotta mean it.
Yeah. If you don't feel it, you just tapped on something that's so important. This is why I don't really agree with so many people are like, oh, just change the thought. Like if I say, oh, just say you can. Well, the problem is if you believe from all the evidence of the past that you can, you're like, whatever, deep down, you're not. You can't really have that. And eventually you'll sabotage. So it takes like, let's first start on the surface, the mindset, and we get to dig into why we think these things and how to turn them in from the inside out so you believe them. So I'll give you an example. Say, for instance, I remember this lady in my program where she was doing squats, and she was like, okay, I'm supposed to tell myself I'm a fat burner machine. I have these shirts that say I'm a fat burner machine because we believe it, right? Right. But she's like, every time I did that, I'd feel my gut, and then I'd go, no, I'm not, right, inside. So instead of, if she can't believe I'm 8-pack abs or I'm a fat burning machine, what can she believe? She can believe I'm stronger every day. Can you believe that? I'm healthy every day. So even like taking it moment by moment. In some of my workouts, I have 41 workouts on my website, and I actually have a place where we can give people some free workouts. But it's just, we always call them Marci mini breaks. Even though I might be doing high knees or, you know, doing something that's more intense, it doesn't mean that someone else has to be doing the same thing. They can do something and then, oh, take a Marci mini break and go, whew, I'm strong. But if you say, I'm strong, I got this, I can do this, and jump back in, or if you say, oh, I can't do it, I don't look like her, which way are you gonna go?
Right.
So it's all about moment by moment. We compound doing these daily actions to get the results we want in our life. But a lot of times it takes that coach. So what I really want to share is the lock formula, because I'm known to lock down the truth. This is the lock. We do the lock it down.
Okay.
So locking down the truth, the lock formula to get the body of your, you know, the rockin' body you want is L, which is lifetime success. Meaning if you're not going to do it for life, you won't do it. This is why less than 2% of diets, of people actually have lifelong results from a diet. Less than 2%, and that's what we always do. So if you're not going to do it for life, you won't do it. O is for overcome sabotage. We just talked about there's reasons why you get triggered and you hit pain buttons inside you that make you sabotage. We got to look at those things and overcome those to be able to do it for life. C is for community. Meaning, if you have a community, if we're all like in this together, we have a community support. When you would get triggered and want to stop yourself, you have support around you. You have accountability to help you. And I believe you got to have the coach that is going to teach you the path to get there. That they've been down that road, they have the results. Okay, this is my favorite. It's kick your own ass. Like, you gotta know how to kick your own ass, because like that's part of it, which is awesome. And that's why I love teaching how you can work out for 12 minutes and burn fat for 2 days, how you can turn your body into a fat burning machine and like literally make it easy. And so once you put all these components together, that's how you can get lifetime success and get that rockin' body of health.
Awesome. Absolutely love it. I am part. I am charged up. We're going to blow it up. All right. Marci, thank you so much for all of this.
That's awesome.
And you can get several free workouts and gifts by texting your email address to 801-773-4560. That's 801-773-4560. And you can learn more at marcilock.com. Again, that's marcilock.com.
Coming up on the morning.
Mind Body 90. There's free video series.
Okay, Mind Body 90.
Coming up on the Morning Blend, we'll turn the internet for your next donation. That's coming up right after this.